Dear Boomers, if a problem can be solved, what reason is there to be unhappy? Or, if there is no possible solution, what is the purpose of being unhappy? This quote is from Shantideva. Shantideva lived during the 8th century in the Nalanda monastic university in India, one of the greatest centers of learning in the ancient world. His teachings were preserved in the way of the Bodhisattva, focus on cultivating compassion and wisdom. This particular quote challenges us to rethink our relationship with problems. In a world overwhelmed by stress and uncertainty, Shantideva's approach feels like a breath of fresh air. Let's explore how this philosophy can serve us in our daily lives, offering charity and pathways to peace. Problems are an inevitable part of life. They range from small inconveniences like a broken coffee machine or to life-altering situations like losing a loved one or facing a natural disaster. But our suffering often comes not from the problem itself, but from how we react to the problem. And this distinction is critical. How often do we find ourselves spiraling into worry over something trivial or dwelling on something far beyond our control? Shantideva's wisdom teaches us to pause and evaluate before reacting. When a problem is solvable, our unhappiness serves no purpose. It distracts us from the solution. Instead, we can channel that energy into action by identifying the steps needed and focusing on it. We shift from frustration to empowerment. Consider this example. Imagine your car breaks down. You can either panic and complain or calmly call a tow truck and think about your next steps. Choosing the latter not only saves you time, but preserves your peace of mind. Start by breaking down the problem into smaller tasks. Ask yourself, what's the first thing I can do to address this? This creates momentum and keeps your emotions in check. When faced with unsolvable problems, or so-called unsolvable problems, such as terminal diagnosis or a natural disaster, grief, anger, and resistance are natural first reactions. But holding on to these emotions will not change the outcome. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It does mean redirecting your energy to what truly matters. Think about how much of our unhappiness comes from resisting reality. Shantideva advice is a call to surrender, letting go, let God, not in weakness, but in wisdom. Acceptance doesn't erase the problem, but removes the unnecessary suffering caused by our resistance to it. So identify the problem. Ask yourself, is this within my control? Writing it down can help clarify. Take action where possible and where needed. Focus on what you can do instead of what you can't do. Accept what cannot be changed. Practice mindfulness or seek support to process your emotions. And shift your perception and your perspective. Look for growth opportunities. What can I learn from this? Losing a job, for instance, might open a door for another, more valued opportunity. This isn't just a philosophy. This is a toolkit for real life. Start small Apply these steps to a minor issue and see how it changes your experience. The difference between reacting and responding is awareness. Reactions are impulsive and often rooted in fear or anger. Responses are thoughtful and intentional. By cultivating this awareness, we can choose how to handle challenges. And so next time you face a frustrating situation, take 3 deep breaths before you react. This simple pause can shift your mindset from reaction to responsiveness. Mindfulness is a practice of being fully present in the moment, being present in the present moment. It helps us to see problems clearly without haze of overwhelming emotions. By grounding ourselves in the now, we gain clarity to determine whether to solve or to let go. So mindfulness can help us calm our whole way of looking at life. Sit quietly and focus on your breath for 5 minutes. When your mind drifts to the problem at hand, gently bring it back to your breath. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to approach challenges with calm and clarity. Shantideva's wisdom is a reminder that peace is always within reach. Problems may be inevitable, but how we approach them determines whether we grow or suffer. So the next time you are overwhelmed by a challenge, remember Shantideva words: if it can be solved, solve it. If it cannot be solved, let it go. By living with this wisdom, you'll cultivate a life of greater clarity and inner peace. So, what is it in your own life that is overwhelming to you at this time? The holidays bring up a lot of stress for many people, even though Hallmark would like you to believe otherwise. Is it the family gatherings where there's a lot of different opinions and people talk politics in an annoying way because it's not rooted in love? So what is the best way to handle this kind of stress? Do we go and beam love at the moment we enter the room where all of our family is gathered? Do we beam love the whole time and not say a word? What do we have to do to reduce holiday stress? We simply are in a mood of reconciliation and forgiveness, and we forget the past, we live in the moment, and we embrace a future that is so much more dimensional when we utilize these lessons in these quotes that I've been giving you every day. There'll be a video that shows up right here. Please subscribe, and love to you all.